All right, so we back with another Kendra G video reaction, and this one says, "Brace yourself." Y'all know I love the brace yourself, but she revealed a lot. Make at least 150K. No sex until marriage. So let's see what she's talking about.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you ready?
I am, and your it's glitching
I-
too.
I'm glitching.
Sometimes you're glitching when you're talking, and it pauses and stops when you're trying to ask someone, so they can't really, you
Am I
know,
glitching now with you?
ma'am.
Okay, let's try. What's your name, honey?
Tweety,
Tweety. Where you call me from, Tweety?
Sweetie.
Washington State.
Washington State.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have four children. I have four children and two grandchildren. Well, I'll say one impossible,
I just want to know about
two grandchildren.
your actual kids. How old are your actual kids? You said, wait, you have
20,
one in a possible grandchild?
one in the I say one in the possible because it possibly could be his, possibly not. I don't know.
This is
You
your
know,
son or daughter's child.
son.
So when are you going to know if it's your grandchild or not? Why is it a possibility? What happened? Now I'm nosy. What happened?
Kendra be leaning into the mess. She just said she didn't want to hear about nothing but the children, okay? But now she said, let me see what the mess is about.
I'm just not. I'm not confident, until there's some DNA, and he might or might not be comfortable. So until that happens, I know for sure. I mean, I'll still do for him, but I just need to know for sure.
How old's the baby?
Two,
Is your son concerned?
a little bit, yeah.
Have you guys talked about a DNA test?
Oh, I told him to get one before, before, and as soon as I found out she was pregnant, I told him just take the baby and go have it done, because she didn't have to know right then, and then come back and let her know. But he told her, big falling out, but to God be the glory. It is what it is. I don't stress. And my son's 26.
Okay, let's
So
go through that. So, how old are your kids? All of them?
so 26, 24, 21, and I have a 4-year-old.
And a 4 year. Okay, all by the same man?
No,
How
two,
many?
two dads.
Two dads.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you not with the 4 year old dad?
Say it one more time.
Why are you not with the dad you had with a baby with 4 years ago?
Um, he was real cool at first, checked up a lot of the stuff, but then I started noticing red flags. One of them is I didn't want to have sex before marriage. That's a big thing to me.
One what?
Um, I didn't want to have sex before marriage.
Okay.
And
You didn't want to have sex before marriage, but you had a whole baby. So why is that even a conversation? Because y'all had a kid. And you had multiple other kids.
we've had sex 2 times or 4 times in 2 years we were together. I know the time, the date, and I know when I got pregnant. He got drunk, threw a fit, kept touching on me. He was at my home. I literally
Girl, how old is she? I don't think I heard how old she was, but why are you even talking about this?
just gave it to him and got pregnant. So, but it's been 5 years. I haven't been intimate with somebody for 5 years.
Okay. So your last, so you have two kids by this man, the boy you don't want to have sex by.
One
Oh,
child.
so all your
That's the
other children,
4-year-old. All the other ones have the same dad.
and
He passed.
he passed away. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys married?
Yeah, we were married for 8 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So he passed away while you were married. I'm sorry to hear that. So after that, you didn't want to start a new relationship without being, you want to be celibate until marriage.
Well, no, not after that. I kicked it after that. But um,
Hmm?
um, I'm just not. I just don't have a lot of stuff like that. I don't like being around a lot of men. Bringing men in and out of my kids' lives. I dated a few of them. They wasn't right, so I just decided to be
So,
single.
so are you on a celibacy journey to marriage?
I am
Okay.
absolutely, and that mistake I
So,
won't make anymore.
okay. So your 4 year old, that was the goal, but you guys slipped up.
No, we didn't slip up. I literally rolled over and gave it to him and got pregnant because I just got tired of him nagging me and getting on my nerves, and he was drunk. It was just a lot.
But
He
your
just
goal
wasn't
was,
God's husband.
but your goal was you. Okay, I'm trying. Oh, let me just ask this question. I'm a little confused.
Okay.
When did you decide you're not gonna have sex again until you're married?
After I had my son, when I was pregnant with him,
And which child is this? Because I don't
the
know.
last one,
The
the
4-year-old.
last one. Correct. We had a big argument because I wasn't really intimate with him like that as far as sexual. Um, and I let him know that. And he made a big deal about it. So that's how I ended up getting pregnant. And plus we
Because
didn't
you
have
said, I
sex.
thought you said a second ago you didn't want to have sex until you got married, and then you
Correct.
guys dated for 2 years, and y'all had sex 4 times.
4 times in the whole 2 years, and that was one of the issues.
But what I'm asking you is, before you met him, did you have that celibacy goal? Then is that why you only had sex 4 times in 2 years?
No, before him, I was kicking, I was doing me. I was just doing
So,
me because of stuff that I was
so why
going
didn't
through.
you
So I
guys?
was still
So you
kind of
guys
me.
wasn't in a relationship then for 2 years. Y'all was
No,
just
we were in a
friends.
relationship for 2 years. So my kid's dad passed in 2010.
So you was kicking it, doing you. You was getting ran through, is what I hear. And now you have set a boundary. You have 4 kids, and now you want somebody to commit to you, and you don't even want. I mean, hey, I'm not saying it's wrong. If she wants to wait till marriage, I'm so sorry to hear about, her husband that passed. But if let's just keep watching. Let's just keep watching.
I was good for, good for a while. I got married again. That guy had sickle cell anemia. He was abusive to my children. So in order for me not to go back to jail, I had to let
Go
him
Facts.
go.
back to jail.
Yeah, go back
When,
to jail. I went to jail before because I was in an abusive relationship that a guy um, were verbally and physically, mentally, and emotionally abused me, and it was him or me. So I sort of kind of had to resort to violence, and I ended up going to jail for a while, a
so
long time.
did he die?
No, but he could have if I wanted him to. He shouldn't have put his hands on me. I tried running away from him. I had a disabled child. He picked my child up and threw him across the room, and luckily he fell on the bed. It was just a lot with
Hold on. Hold on. Because are you trying to find a man? This is what I don't understand. This is not tea talks with Kendra. Let's I mean, I guess this is good for a man to know what type of trauma he's stepping into. But girl, how did we even get here? Because you talking too much. Back to jail. You think we was just gonna slide past that? Sorry to hear that have been in an abusive relationship. And I'm glad you had to defend yourself, but whew, this is a lot.
God. So
So,
yes, ma'am.
um, how long did you go to jail for?
A year.
A year.
Oh
So when you got
God.
out of that, you met this other guy.
No, it was a while. I met him back in 2017, and we dated for 2 years. I had my baby in 2019. By the time I had him, we weren't together because he wouldn't do therapy. He didn't want to get his life straight. He just had anger issues and he was abusive. So at that point, he started letting it show a little bit at a time, and I would see it and I would speak on it. The little red flags I seen. He wanted
So why is it that you keep attracting these type of men who are being mentally and physically abusive towards you? That's something that we would have to sit back and take a look at, like have some accountability for, getting yourself together and figuring out what is it about me that's attracting these type of men. Because, her husband had passed away. Unfortunately, that's sad to hear. And she went to jail behind somebody for trying to hit him and being abusive. And now this guy is abusive too. So, hmm,
somebody that was ghetto and hood. I'm not her. You know what I mean? I'm not her. You want to argue and talk about my mama, and he's older. He's in his 50s, so I've learned a lot. Just because you're older don't mean mentally you're older. So it was a lot with him. He just couldn't handle me because I wasn't the typical female he dated.
This is the 4-year-old dad.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna move on, but I want to get because I'm still kind of confused on this relationship. So for
Mhm.
2 years, you guys were in a relationship, and y'all only had. Now you tell me, were you guys in a committed relationship for 2 years?
Yes,
Why did you only have sex 4 times?
because I was unwilling to do it. I didn't. I it because for me it's a religion thing, or my
Okay, so
relationship
then
with
that means
God.
that means you began your celibacy journey before you got pregnant, correct?
Yeah, before him. So there was a period where I did me after my kid's dad passed. I did me, and then for me to get
Just
myself
tell us.
right, I just you know. And
So
it doesn't always mean sex. So I said, didn't do me like I was dating, but I wasn't having sex with a lot of people. I did have
okay,
sex with
sweetie,
two
I
people.
understand all that, but
Yeah.
this is so all over the place. I want to make sure I get a clear understanding because I asked you this question a couple times. Your
Yes.
4-year-old child, your last child, did you
Hmm.
have a celibacy rule before you had the 4-year-old child?
Yes, I did.
You did. So you broke that and you got pregnant.
Correct.
So then you restarted it again.
Correct.
How long have you been celibate for now?
5 years almost.
So since you had your child, you haven't had sex.
I lick, touch, kiss, nothing. Hold hands, date, none of that.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Lick,
All right.
touch,
We
kiss.
got there. Okay. So, Tweety, you live in Washington State, 4 kids. You've been married how many times? Twice.
Twice.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
So I own my own business. I do insurance, and then I've been working at the local hospital for almost a decade.
Okay.
And then I also do entertainment.
Okay. And then let's get to it. So, Tweety, Washington State, 4 kids, mom to four,
Hmm.
married twice.
Yes,
She does insurance, works at a hospital. And you're celibate until marriage.
absolutely.
How old are you, Tweety?
I'm 40, 44, 45.
You don't know your
I was
age?
born in 79,
You're
so it's 79.
44.
44.
Wait, when's your birthday?
July 12th.
Okay, you're 44. All right. What kind of man you looking for?
One that's assured himself, um, doesn't have any baby mama drama, none of that. Um, one that's secure in who he is. Yes,
You don't have no baby daddy
I
drama?
do not.
Okay. All
I
right,
don't
continue.
see him. I haven't seen him since our baby was 3 weeks old.
That's
Other than I
baby
see him in
daddy drama.
passing, but other than that, we don't speak
Why don't y'all speak and have a whole kid together?
because he chose to walk away and said that he didn't want him. So I was like, oh, I was okay with that. There was nothing I can do, and he threatened our lives. So I don't deal with him at all.
You don't think
Oh, Jesus. Whoever wants to come in and save her, more power to you. How long this video been out? For 6 months. This video been out for 6 months. Whoever trying to come save her, good luck.
that would be potential baby daddy drama?
He doesn't know anything about me. He doesn't know where I live. We don't talk. Other than him riding his motorcycle and I see him, we don't have any dealings with each other at all.
So when he's on a motorcycle, y'all don't wave?
No. I don't wave, I don't call, I don't text, I don't do any of that. Mm-mm.
That's
His
actually
family
pretty
doesn't want to
sad.
meet the baby?
Well, his mother passed. So he's the kind of guy like some of these most typical men out here where if you have multiple babies' moms, they turn the mothers against each other and talk about each other, like to the new woman. So the new woman wouldn't get to know them because my son has siblings that live not that far from me. So I just choose not to deal with it.
Okay. All right, so nobody with baby daddy drama. I
Mhm.
mean, baby mama drama. What else?
That's able to take care of me and my kids whether I work or not. Um,
He has to take care of you and your kids?
mhm.
Oh my gosh. And this where the unrealistic mess comes into play, okay? You just laid out all this mess. You're 45. And then you don't even want to give it up till after you get married. So you expect somebody to commit to you and and take care of your kids And look, I'm not saying it like it can't happen because it absolutely can happen. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And then she's asking for 150K, well, she ain't even brought that up yet. But let's go ahead and continue.
The new man does?
Absolutely.
Your,
Yes.
your kids are 26, 24, 21, and
Yes.
4.
Correct. So
And what?
let me say this. My 21-year-old and my 4-year-old is special needs.
Okay.
So my 21-year-old is going to be with me. My 4-year-old is going to be with me because they're special needs. When I say take care of my kids, I don't mean just financially. I mean being a man, showing my
This is a lot. You know, this is a lot. And, unfortunately, she does have special needs kids, which I understand. I haven't had to experience that, but I know that is a lot. To deal with from the videos that I see on social media, how parents just you know they're put in the position where they have to be there for those kids. So my heart goes out to her, but this is a lot. This is a lot.
kids from a man's perspective what a man's supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Showing my sons how a man's supposed to treat another man and showing my daughter how a man's supposed to treat a woman.
Because
That's what
their
I'm saying.
fathers, because their fathers didn't do that,
It's,
are not doing that.
yeah. And I'm real close to my kids. He passed away, so he can't.
That's right. I do remember that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. I can understand that because you do have a different dynamic. Because 3 of your children have the same dad, but he passed away and you was married. That's
Mhm.
fair. I can understand. But the expectation is for him to be a provider. Is it a money provider or just an emotional provider?
All of it, spiritual. I'm a submissive type of woman to the right man. We have to be in the same spiritual level. I rather him own his own business because I do like to travel. So I need someone that likes to travel. I ride motorcycles. I travel a lot. Um, and I take my babies with me. If I have to get a nanny, then I have to get a nanny. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He has
How
to be
much
a
money does he have to make? Because there's a lot of requirements, it seems.
well over what I'm making. He has to make over 100,000, 150,000.
I mean, we knew she was gonna say it. We knew she was gonna say it, but hearing her say it, I really don't even want to speak too much on her because she does have a unique situation. But man, she has a unique situation, and not saying that, you know, not saying that anyone won't come and sign up for this, but this is a lot. This is a lot. So let's keep going.
He has to make over 150K.
Absolutely. Hmm.
And he's not going to have sex with you unless he marries you.
Correct. He won't be moving in, no matter how serious it gets. So my one thing is, I really don't know how to date. I know how to be a wife. So that's something I have to learn how to do, because I don't give wifely duties to boyfriends or a man that I'm dating or courting. I have steps to that. Some things I want to do, some things I'm not willing to do because I'm not your wife. But
Now, I want to say this. I want to be sympathetic because your husband did pass away and you were married.
mm,
So, I mean, you are in a unique scenario in that manner.
yeah,
But just moving forward, have you, I don't know, I'm just asking, have you met any men that are trying to date you seriously that make 150K that are going to wait until marriage?
I have I have met some. They all say they want marriage, but most of them, all of them, just want to have sex. I don't really love men. I don't like men that curse. Um, I don't really care for men that drink a lot. Drinking wine is one thing, but if you want to drink Hennessy and all that, that's a whole different type of person. Um, I'm not into that. Um, so I just have standards, and most men say my standards are too high. I want you to open the car door for me. I'm just old school. They don't like that. Well, you got your own money, you can
Whew.
do it. I'm not that kind of woman.
So if you don't meet a man that makes 150K, willing to accept you and your family,
Hmm.
and also willing to wait until marriage, you're okay with just going celibate for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is the problem because no, you don't. Why does he have to make 150K? If you're willing to, you know, be alone for the rest of your life, honestly don't even know what to say. But it's just like if you're willing to be alone for the rest of your life, why not accept a man who's going to treat you the way you want to be treated? He might not make that much money, but somebody that's going to come in and love you and your kids in the unique situation that you do have. Like I feel like people don't really want to meet people. People don't really want to be in love. Like people don't really want to have like a partnership. They want this stuff that you see on social media. They want, he can't curse, he can't drink, he can't, and all those things are things that you can find. But putting a money limit just just is crazy to me. It's crazy, and I do think that she should reevaluate some of these standards that she has because the point is finding somebody who loves you and is going to be there for you. It sounds like that's what she wants. She wants somebody there emotionally. She doesn't want somebody who's just going to want to have sex with her. I tell you, every time we watch the Kendra G show, always it's always something. It's always something.
I'd rather not the headache. I'm not doing all that.
Because the 150K is non-negotiable.
Well, it's not he has to make 150K. I'm not worried about the money per se. He does have to be able to take care of me if I choose not to work. So some of that is just how I'm
I mean,
raised.
you
Some of
have a
that is,
lot of expensive. You said you have two special need kids.
You not working is out of the question. I'm sorry. And I might start being a little bit more direct with the things that I say, but that's not always the realistic situation that you could be in. I mean, you're 45, you have unfortunately, your husband passed away and it's and all of a sudden you want to not work. You want somebody to come in, take care of you. You don't want to work. It's over with.
You mentioned a nanny. So I think a bare minimum and taking care of the household, I mean, that might be 150K as a minimum. Where do you live again? You live in Washington
in
State? I'm
Washington
not sure.
State. Oh, it's high out
I'm
here.
not.
They're trying to be like California.
So basically, you're saying if you don't work. So right now, you say you make more than 150K, right?
Hmm.
No.
So I think that for what you're saying to us, and I want to make sure that you hear yourself,
Yeah.
he has to be able to take care of you if you decide not to work. So how much does it cost to take care of yourself right now?
At least when I'm making or more.
So which is that?
The
So
150K.
that means he would have to make at least 100 a day, 150K according to what you
Well, he
desire.
would have to make more because he has to take care of himself. Or what if he has more children? You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
not willing
So
to have
okay,
more children.
let's bring it
So,
up to 200K. Okay, we can make it
yeah.
higher. So bare
It's not so much
minimum.
about the money. It's about he has to be able
It is
to take care of you.
about the
It's
money
about the
if you're saying
money.
he has to be able to take care of you if you don't want to work.
It's
So
Yeah.
there
about the
could be a
money.
man that might, because what I'm trying to get you to, I'm repeating actually what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
So you can't say it's not about the money, but then say he has to be able to take care of you if you don't have to work. That requires money.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
don't know how much that will be. I mean, if he owns his own business and he's doing okay, I don't know. I can't put a price on that. Either he owns his own business or he just has to be able to make
But
enough money to.
Tweety, honey, it's not that hard. You're saying this. You said he has to be able to take care of you if you
Hmm.
decide not to work. I
Hmm.
asked you, taking him out the equation, how much does it cost to take care of your life
Oh,
right now?
150. Yep,
Exactly.
150.
So that would mean for a person to be able to take care of you, you're saying it costs 150K to take care of you. Isn't that what you're saying to us?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
that would
ma'am.
mean, and you're saying he has to be able to do that if you
Hmm.
decide not to work, correct?
Correct.
So that means bare minimum, he would have to make 150K.
I see what you're saying. Yes, ma'am.
This is what you're saying. I'm repeating what you're saying.
Yeah.
I want you to understand.
And I'm glad she's doing this because sometimes people just get on here talking like you're not even thinking about what you're saying. You're just talking. Now you don't want to work. Now you this. You gave us a whole 5 minutes of the backstory of your life, and now you don't want to work.
What's yours?
I hear you. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Ooh, uh, I'm sitting on my stairs. Let me go in my bathroom for a moment. Ooh, my stuff down. I don't know if you can see me because I can't see you.
I can see you. Okay. All right. So, sweetie, we got you, baby. When was your last relationship?
With my son's dad, my last 2019.
2019. So that was 5 years
Oh,
ago.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 2019 because I was still pregnant and had the baby.
Okay. You don't have to. So that's when was the last time you had sex? So was that time period too?
Um, when I got pregnant.
So that is 5 years
So
ago.
our son's almost 5. He'll be 5 in less than 6 months.
Okay. What are three flaws you have to work on?
I have a big heart and learning how to date.
Learning how to date.
I'm learning how to date.
Big heart is
Learning how
not
to
a
date.
flaw.
That's only two flaws. You don't have a third one.
The third one is um I think sometimes I just need to slow down because I do a lot. I have a lot in my life that I do, and people try to take advantage of me. I'm just learning how to say no to people because of having a big heart. So it's coming easier, but yeah,
Okay. Why would a man be lucky to be with you, honey?
because I'm unsure of myself. Um, I'm wife material, and I'm submissive to the right man.
What makes you wife material?
The fact that I hold my own, I'm taking care of these kids, I'm holding down all these jobs, I take care of my mama, I travel. Um,
What does that have to do with being a wife? What does that have to do with being a wife? And this just shows that, our community don't really learn nothing about relationships as children. We don't learn how to be wives. She talking about traveling. What does that have to do with being a wife? Okay, she did say taking care of her kids and okay, but nothing towards what she would need to be to her husband. What do you need to be to your husband to be a good wife?
I know who I am, so I don't need someone to butter me up or call me fine or cute. Okay, that's nice and dandy. Let's get to business. What is that you want? What's your credit score? So, um,
What's his credit score?
yeah, they credit score. Like, I need to know where do you want this relationship to go in the next 90 days? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to date somebody for years. In 90 days, we should know what we're doing. Are we dating? Are we are we courting? Are you wanting to get married? I need some answers. Um, um, I mean, I spend my church. I mean, I cook, I clean, I do everything. I mean, I take care of mine.
Do you want the guy to be in Washington State?
He doesn't have to be.
Okay. Let's go over your age again because they said I said 44, you said 45. How old are you? You really okay, sweetie?
I'm
This is
I'm either
irritating.
44.
No,
I do not mean I do not.
pause,
I
please.
don't.
Sweetie,
Yes,
I'm gonna
ma'am.
tell you. That's really irritating me. You don't know your age.
I'm okay. So I'm
Just say
I'm
45. Jesus.
44. My sister's 50, so I'm 6 years younger than her. 44.
Why do you not know your age, sweetie?
After 21, I don't even really celebrate my birthday. I just forgot my birthday last year because I was busy. I was working on my birthday. So that's part of me slowing down.
All right, she's 44. What's the age range you want to date?
I would say between 38 and 55.
Okay.
38.
And all right, let's do it, honey. Tweety, Washington State, four children. She was married. Her husband passed away. She's
Whew, let me tell you, this was a lot. We're just gonna stop it right here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this one, but I will see you guys on the next Kendra G reaction.